Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome back to another Fallout 4 mod review, and today we have a brand new weapon mod, and that's going to be the FG-42 Paratrooper Rifle by Golden Darkness and Friends, and this is going to be a very beautiful rendition of the FG-42. We actually did get an FG-42 mod a good while back. It was actually the first ever mod review on this channel, but this new one comes with a whole bunch of new attachments as well as custom animations and a couple of neat little features. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop in game and check out some of the little neat additions that make this mod special. For starters, I suppose we should talk about stats. Here we have what is essentially the standard version of the FG-42. Now, it may not look standard as it does have a scope attached and a compensator, though this is actually how you're going to find it when you first pick it up, as it is a one-of-a-kind item. You will not be finding this throughout the world. It is not added to leveled lists, so you will go out, find it in its designated location, and then once you pick it up, it will look like this, with a base damage of 151, shooting its own unique ammo type of 8mm Mauser, has a fire rate of 56, a range of 185, an accuracy of 87, a weight of a whopping 17.5 pounds, and a value of 2,400 caps, which does seem like a lot, but again, this is a one-of-a-kind weapon, so if you're selling this thing for that measly 2,000 caps, you're going to lose this weapon forever. Now, additionally, there are a couple of things that you can craft at the chemistry station to accompany this mod. First of which, at the new ammo category, there is the 8x57mm rounds, which are going to cost you 1 aluminum, 3 copper, and 1 steel to craft a bushel of them, and this is the ammo type that the FG-42 is going to use. Now, each time you craft this, it's going to give you 50 rounds, which is quite frankly a good bit, considering that it doesn't cost too much in the way of materials, so don't go crazy, just craft what you need. Now, there actually is one other addition in the chemistry station here, and that is the M24 hand grenade. This adds the new stick hand grenade, the German partner to this rifle added via this mod, and this thing's going to have a base damage of 263, making for a pretty effective grenade. It's going to cost you 2 adhesive, 3 screws, 3 springs, and 3 wood. Now, as for the rifle itself, like I said earlier, it does come with custom animation, so let's go ahead and start with the equipping animation, which looks very nice. And this thing does actually have tactical reload support, so it's going to have a different reload animation for partial and fully empty reloads. Now, it's quick to note that there are actually 2 different sound options for this weapon, so I'm going to show both of them, starting with the default sound for this rifle. And we'll go ahead and give a mag dump as well. But like I said, there is an alternative sound that you can equip at the weapons workbench, and this honestly is one that I prefer a little bit more. Now, additionally, you also get a custom melee animation, as well as grenade throwing, and of course, sprinting. Now, something I will bring up really quick, as I'm sure you probably saw it while we were checking out the animations, it would appear that the rear and front iron sight don't exactly line up, which is pretty interesting. All of the other optics available at the weapons workbench do line up. I went ahead and tested those. It just seems to be the iron sight, so I'm not sure if that's a bug on my end or if it's something that other people are having an issue with as well. I just wanted to bring it to light just in case you notice it in your game. Now, really quick before we move on to the attachments, if you want to get your hands on this weapon, like I said earlier, it is one of a kind, and you're going to pick it up over at Jamaica Plain in the little time capsule area where they have all of the relics from before the war. Alright, now let's talk about attachments. We do have a good bit of options for this weapon. Something I do want to talk about really quick though is the damage. The base damage for this weapon is 151, which does seem like a lot, though there are no damage modifiers on the weapons workbench. There's no receiver options or anything like that that will change the damage, so it's going to be locked at 151 permanently, which is pretty interesting considering that this is a unique weapon, so it's not like you're going to be fighting against these. Just wanted to bring that to everybody's attention so you're not confused when you're looking at the weapons workbench. So, To start off, we have a receiver option, and that's going to be the closed bolt or the closed bolt with rail. The rail is just going to add a rail on top so that you can have some different optic options. We'll show that off after we go through everything else. For starters, you can check out the unfolded or folded optic for the iron sight, and then you can also add the 4x factory scope, which does look pretty cool with some nice gold trim. Then for the muzzle, we have the option for no muzzle or a compensator, though the compensator does come default. For the front sight, we can choose to fold it down if you throw on some kind of a red dot. Then we do have handguard materials. We have the standard wood and then the black polymer, which in my opinion looks a lot better with some of the optics available in this pack. And then we have the sound option. We have the Battlefield 5 and the RTCW. Now, like I said, if you throw on the closed bolt with the rail, you do get options for more optics. And these are going to be a little bit more modern, not typical for the FG-42, but they do actually look pretty nice, especially if you throw on that polymer handguard. So we have the Aimpoint Comp M4, the Aimpoint T1, the Aimpoint T2, the Barska MRS, the Belomo PK06, the Elcan C79, the Elcan Spectre DR, the EOTech EXPS3, the same EOTech with a magnifier option, the Holosun HS510, the Leupold LCO, the SIG Romeo 1, the Trijicon ACOG, the Trijicon MRO, the Trijicon SRO, the Trijicon SRS, and the Vortex UH1. Alright, now today's damage test is going to work a little bit different than we normally do on the channel. Instead of testing different versions of the rifle on the same target, we're going to be testing the same rifle on 3 higher difficulty Deathclaws because there are no damage modifiers for this FG-42. So we'll start with a regular Deathclaw, move on to an Alpha Deathclaw, and then move on to a Deathclaw Matriarch, as this thing does have a base damage of 151, which is only going to scale even higher with rifle perks. So let's see how we do against a standard Deathclaw. Let's go ahead and get a full magazine here and see how we do. And in just about 3 or 4 shots, that Deathclaw is down. This thing is very, very powerful. Let's see how we do against the Alpha. And in 4 shots, that Deathclaw is down as well. Let's see if it's any different for the Deathclaw Matriarch. 4 shots. 4 shots for all of them. So, this thing is insane. This thing packs quite a punch and isn't entirely too difficult to get. You do have to work your way through Jamaica Plain and get into that time capsule room, but this thing is pretty overpowered. So yeah, guys, that is the FG-42 Paratroop Rifle, a very cool addition to Fallout 4 Sandbox. Now, again, it is pretty powerful, though that's something that can easily be fixed over in Fallout 4 Edit. If you think this is too much damage for your game, you can tweak those values pretty easily. Regardless, if you want to try this mod out for yourself, it will be linked down in the description below. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a rating, subscribe for more videos just like this, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace! And really quick, I'd like to make a shout out to all of our patrons. Your donations are greatly appreciated and really help to support the channel and videos just like this one. So again, thank you.